Hello and welcome to Dandysoap DIY. I'm Elizabeth, and today we're going to make some quick and easy Halloween decorations ideas. These super cute Halloween decoration ideas, decor DIY, and you are going to love it because they're under $5, can be made in multiples, and if you are a practical, frugal, you're going to love the idea of using supplies you already have at home. We will be using Dollar Tree supplies with this one, but you'll have most of them. Let's start out with a jack-o'-lantern tin can. Very frugal and practical. Grab one of your tin cans from the kitchen and remove the lid. I'll put an affiliate link for the can opener I use where you can use the lid again with no sharp edges. I've selected cardamom orange and the pumpkin orange of the chalky paint, and I'm using chippy brush. And I put a base coat of black on the tin can, and as you can see, just start patting and pulling and pushing until you get the desired look. You can change this up by adding browns or blacks, and of course, remember to do the lid. Now, while that dries, let's do our kitty cat pumpkin. You're going to love this because all you need is some black paint, one Chanel stem, and a little bit of glue. Take and select a larger bottom, and when you pick your top, make sure it's in direct proportion diameter-wise to fit on top of the large one, and just glue the two together. And once you do this, and they just kind of fit really good, and they just look proportionate-wise, grab a Chanel stem, and we're going to put some ears on him. Now, the way I did this, as you can see, I'm sizing it up, and I just put a bend in it to make a point for a kitty cat ear. And I cut two of those by measuring them against each other. And once I got those to size, I was ready to glue them into place. You're going to kind of glue them, go middle ways of the top one. And when you glue it, you're going to do one, kind of lean it to the side. So you can see here when I show this that way it makes sense. And it's just so cute. Look at this. He is adorable. One of my favorites. Take the other end of your Chanel stem and make a hole per se just about a half an inch above. Put a little bit of glue and then close, put your Chanel stem. Now the trick here with a kitty cat tail is to make that beautiful S-shaped form. But I have seen some that made them like a zigzag, a lightning bolt, all kinds of ways to try to personality it to your kitty cat. And once you've got that established, he's looking pretty good. So if you like this idea, give it a thumbs up. So grab you some beautiful ribbon. I selected this one I got from Dollar Tree. And I went ahead and tied it into a shoe tie bow, a shoestring bow. And you're going to glue it on the bottom, but right at the neckline. And he is just adorable. You could put chisel edge on your ribbon, or you can do the V-cut. Just absolutely great. So let's go back to our tin can and finish him up. This is our jack-o'-lantern tin can. Very frugal, very practical. And as you can see, you can still use the lid. Now, if it's got a sticky part on it that I've gotten a sticky off, but you can kind of see the residue, I just turn it to the back and cut you out a jack-o'-lantern face from construction paper, maybe some scrapbook paper, and this happens to be fabric that I'm using. I have some stiff fabric that I had used some Terral Magic on, and I'm just repurposing it. Grab you a wine cork or maybe one of the little wood logs, a branch from outside, whichever you like, to make your handle, and glue that atop of him. So now let's make us a messy bow. I left this proportion of the video in so you can see how I make a messy bow. It gives it that primitive look. It gives that autumn feel, rustic, and I just love it. Now you're going to pick anything from leftover cut-offs from your fabric naps, some leftover burlap. Like this ribbon, I took the wire out of it and cut it in half. And then I had some white, so I grabbed it. Get some raffia, pieces of string like your jute twine or baker's twine, different colors, and really mix it up. And you can tear your fabrics, and so it'll have a tattered edging. And that way it's not just perfect. Like I put a snip there and just pulled it apart. Start stacking them and just kind of go through it, and you can size it up and go, well, I like this, don't like that. And once you decide what you want, take and start restacking them like I have here, and remove anything that you don't like or it just doesn't suit you. Big and bushy is what we're going for. Now, the idea is once you decide what you want, tie it together with jute twine into a knot real tight and leave the tails long. That just adds more texture and gives it more character. Take your scissors and cut the raffia that I have folded, and that makes it more bushy. Now, the idea is to take and pull out some of the strings out of that burlap. That will give it a tattered look. And the more tattered and taunting you do to it, the beautiful it will look. Grab some gauze and just tie it around your handle. And then once you've got that in place, go ahead and glue your messy bow. And glue your messy bow like on the handle versus the can. It just seems to look better to me, and you can still use your lid. So you're going to work it a little bit, spread it out, and the more you mess with it, the better it looks. This will be my cachet to hide my Dove chocolates that I snack on at night. I have one every night per se. Keeps my mind sharp, hide my money, or whatever I like. And voila, we have this beautiful jack-o'-lantern tin can. Now, next up, you're going to love these. Talking about budget friendly, we're going to make some ghosts, and my favorite one's at the end, the kitty cat ghost. So stay tuned because you're going to like the details. I've grabbed some of that mesh, the gauze like that they have at Dollar Tree, and they just kind of hang it up for webbing and stuff. Get 2 of the styrofoam balls. There's 2 in a pack, and these are the 2.8 diameter. One of the wooden skews that we buy for the shish kebabs in Dollar Tree, and these canvas, they have these canvas tags. But anyway, I cut a block of wood. You'll need something like that. It don't have to be heavy, but it needs to be big enough to keep your ghost stable. You don't want them falling over all over the place. And just work your skew down in there. I drilled a hole in it and put your glue and twist it. And just make sure it's good and stable so it stands up. You're going to need some 11 by 11 or 12 by 12 inch square pieces of fabric. I am using leftover curtains. And when you fold it, you will make a finger crease to create you an X. That way you can center it on your styrofoam ball, drape your gauze across it. Now with this, it hasn't been cut off yet, but you're going to work and pull on it so that it gives it that oldness look and gives it a primitive look. And once you get it the size you want, just trim it off. Now grab some jute twine and cinch this up. You're seeing in the video, I did not cinch mine up, but I went back later and fixed that. So when you go to tie this underneath that styrofoam ball, cinch it up. Go ahead and make it tight that it looks better. Trust me. And once you've got that cinched up, cut it and leave the tails long. Now, I wanted to add a little bit more detail to this, and you're just going to love the ideas here. Once again, we are making cute, quick and easy, super non-scary Halloween decorations ideas that you can DIY, decor ideas. Now, I've got these canvas tags. You can get these at Dollar Tree. These were given back to me by customers who didn't want them, and I'm just trimming it down with my scissors. I'd already tea-dyed these, and it's a little too big for my ghost. Take and pull out the edges, and I'll rough it up a little bit and give it some tattered little tails. And once you get it to the size you want, grab you some of your little stamps. I have these little stamps. You could do this with a paint marker. You could do it with your vinyl cutter. The sky's the limit on how you want to go about putting little words on it. And I just put boo on this one. Now take this Tim Holtz. This is the distressing ink. I'll put an affiliate link down below in case Hobby Lobby is not local to you. And we're going to just brush it all over it. And then I took my crocodile punches here. I'll put the link below in case a Hobby Lobby is not local to you for the Amazon. And I had that stiff fabric again, and I punched out 3 little eyes and the mouth, 3 little pieces. You can do this with construction paper or anything. And my boo, grab you a pair of tweezers. And I am a SureBonder sponsor. I love SureBonder, so I'm going to use my tweezers with just a dab of the SureBonder glue to put my eyes and the little mouth into place. The tweezers come in really handy and save us any burns. So stay safe and be careful. So he's looking really smashing. These are the bulb safety pins. They work great for this because you can run it through the eyelet of those little canvas tags and run it through the fabric and, of course, the gauze and up under that jute twine and pin it into place. That way, if he falls over, he can handle it. It's not going anywhere. And here he is. He looks really cute. And this is probably $1.25, maybe $1.50 in it. Here's the kitty cat ghost. You're going to love this. Now, once again, I folded the fabric and got my X so I could center it on my styrofoam ball. And when I get it all worked down, I took some dusty gauze that I didn't want to use on the wound, so that it was perfect for these projects. And I, of course, unfolded it and draped it across. So if you're liking this video, give it a thumbs up. Share it with a friend. And they will love these ideas. Save them a lot of money, and they're going to have tons of fun. Now, once you get that done, you're going to tie your jute twine. And this one, I do cinch it up really good. And you will see an amazing difference. It really suits it. And you're going to make a fuss over it. Just work it and fuss over it and just get it just right. And then once you tie a knot, cut the tails long. Now, we're not done with him because I also want to add the eyes and the mouth. And so there again, using the Tim Holtz Distressing Ink, you'll see I put Hey Boo. Now, this tag is not quite ready, so I'm once again going to distress it with the ink, just rub it all about. You could do this with the paint. You could do it with acrylic paint and dirty brush, and then fray it out. Pull out some of those strings, and then wad it up, make it all crinkled and really give it that rustic old look, that primitive. And there you go, Hey Boo. So this is... Once again, I'm using that light bulb safety pin. I'm going to pin it the same way. Now, this is where the magic is going to happen. Grab another black Chanel stem. Once again, make your little triangles for his ears. And this is super cute. My daughter came through, and she's like, Mom, why don't you put some ears on it and make it look like somebody got into something? And so my kitty cat, my black cat, he is the love of my life. So you're once again going to go halfway and glue him atop. You'll see here shortly. And it's going to come down the side when you glue it. And it's not going anywhere. It's on that fabric. It's not going anywhere. And it's so cute. He's just already so cute. So we're going to make his tail. There's a trick to this one. Now, when we do this, you want to go halfway below the ball, his neck, and push it through the fabric. And go through the gauze and through the fabric. Go ahead and start making the S curve shape in his tail so that you're ready. You want to go ahead and have that S shape into place so you don't have to fool with it very much. And once you get your tail just right, and there again, you could use different color Chanel. You don't have to do black. You could do it to mimic your kitty cat. Maybe a fawn color or a cinnamon color for the fawn. You could do orange, you could do any color, brown, for his tail and his ears, and just custom make it so it looks like your kitty cat or maybe a friend's. And once we got our S in place, we're going to trim it because we don't need all that. And we're going to go back and push it through. Now, we want to make sure that S is coming up from behind his head right there. You see that? And at his shoulder and then up over his head. And so that way you get it in direct proportion and it looks suitable. Push it back through the fabric, and once you get that situated, you're going to take your hot glue and you're going to put glue on the actual Chanel stem itself so that we can get it to stay into place and that our fabric and gauze will hold the weight. So I'm leaving this in here so you can see what I'm doing. Now I've got that through. Put the glue on it. Now you're just going to put the sheeting against it and then fold it back down. You'll bend the tail against the fabric, bend that down. That way you don't get burned. Now that you got him glued then underneath, we're going to get that tail just right, make sure it's in place where we want it. And then we're going to take a little bit of our hot glue and we're going to glue the tail in the back. Just that little piece right there, no more, because you don't want to ruin it. And voila. He is so adorable. If you enjoyed this video and ones like this, and you love saving money, you like being frugal, practical and making some beautiful little cute Halloween decoration ideas, subscribe to the channel for more. And be sure to like these videos. Let me know in the comments below what was your favorite, and also share it with a friend. Until the next DIY, this is Elizabeth, and I'll be crafting y'all. Happy Halloween, and thank you for watching. Watch the next video coming up.